What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Real Estate Podcast, episode 189. I'm here with Griffin.
I'm here with Trav.
And I'm here with Adam.
This week we watched Uncut Gems. Tasty little treat.
Uncut Gems. This is, dude, I've been hearing about this shit for a fucking minute.
Yeah.
I think Corey White messaged me a couple of months ago, and he's like, dude, you guys got to do it on the podcast. Wait. Guys, you guys got to do it on the
You're
podcast.
still talking too fast.
I know. I'm trying to get it out before the episode
There
ends, you know?
You got to do it on the podcast.
I watched this movie. It's pretty slow, though. But yeah, he was like, you know, I was on the edge of my seat the whole time, and I'm like, really? You know, it's got Adam Sandler in it. Like, I imagine it's good, but you know, is it?
Well, remember all the praise it got when it first came out, and there were people online like there was a hashtag that he deserved like an award for it.
I mean,
People like Jennifer Aniston was tweeting it.
Jennifer
They're big
Aniston.
friends.
Are they?
Yeah, didn't they do some movies together? They did a movie together. Yeah, dude, they did the one where they were on the boat.
Yeah,
It was actually pretty good. Funny.
You think they, you know? You don't think so?
He's married, dude. Come on.
Yeah, but he's fucking Adam Sandler.
Yeah, he fucks.
Yeah.
I feel like he complains the whole time though. It's too hot in here. It's
Is it in?
It's here like. What about those teeth?
Dude, well, I want to say first of all, like, you realize that it's Adam Sandler. Whenever it comes on, you're like, okay, we got Adam Sandler here.
Yeah, he sounds like Sandler.
Yeah, but how long does it take for him to just disappear?
He's straight up. He was in the character.
He was acting, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I've ever seen him act like that.
And you know, he did that one movie about 9/11. That shit was sad and stuff, but I think he got something for that.
Yeah.
Back in the day, but this was like some next level. I want to see more like this. And it's just not the kind of movie you expect him to do. Especially with like the way it ended and stuff.
Yeah, I know, right?
Coming.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Do you think the fact that it had a lot to do with NBA and basketball?
Yeah,
and, you know,
he's a guy.
He's a huge like, yeah, in IRL. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying to be hip.
Games.
Yeah. Is it working?
Jack Nicholson. What working?
I'm trying to be hip with IRL. Is it working?
I don't know what that means.
In real life.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
Boom. Look, I gotta read to y'all something real quick. So, I'm asleep last night, and
you gonna read my text?
I'll go read your text too. It starts my time at 12:30. I'm asleep.
Yeah, you've already gone to bed. Now, at first you were replying to me.
Yeah,
but you gotta come in at the right spot.
This is the first message that I got that I didn't reply to.
Yeah.
Dude, is this bitch gonna keep the money? And then I get, nah, don't, stop. I'm worried. Now he's doing the I love you call. Damn. Didn't see that coming. Damn. I can't believe this shit. Damn. I didn't expect that. But goddamn, what a great movie. It had that No Country feel at the end, and I agree with that.
Yeah, like you just didn't see, you know, the whole thing with the money, and
I
didn't see that coming. And when I said "damn," was when he opened that door and let him out, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Yeah, that was.
I was like, "She's gonna keep this money." I mean, why wouldn't she?
Exactly.
He already shit on her. I was like, "She's gonna keep this money. She's not in love with him." Can't be. But when he opened that door and that dude walked out and went pop, I went, oh no. And then the other guy was like, and here's the thing, Arnold didn't even want it to happen.
Well, that was his father-in-law.
Yeah, he was like, what are you doing?
Yeah. He's like, this is too far. Well, you saw when they
that
were...
wasn't his father-in-law.
Are you
Arnold,
sure?
okay, yeah, Arnold. Listen, the old guy that came to the thing that he got to buy the gym,
Yeah.
that was his father-in-law. Arnold
So it's
married
all
his daughter, brother-in-law.
okay. I got you.
Because when they're
Okay.
sitting there talking, and they were looking at Arnold in the other room,
Mhm.
and he's like something about. He said something about him. He's like, "It's okay, it's all right. It's just he's here, you know." And he's like, "He didn't marry your daughter."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Okay, it's his brother, dude." Because that was a trip when you saw them sitting at the table together. I'm like, "What the fuck is
Yeah.
this?" And I'm like, "Oh, he's
Yeah,
family.
I
Like he's
wasn't expecting.
family, but he's not. He's married into the family."
Yeah.
So Sandler's married to,
His sister.
yeah, sister-in-law.
Yeah.
He
So,
married Sandler's wife's sister. There you go.
yeah, okay. So, I wonder if that's how he got into all this shady shit.
Well, he was betting and stuff, and I'm guessing dude's loaning money out. So
Yeah.
Well, I mean, make no mistake, despite what happened to Sandler at the end, his character's not a good person.
nah, he set
Like
himself up for it.
he's a selfish motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and this is what I told Adam the other night. I said they did a good job of flirting that line of you feel sorry for him, but you hate him at the same time. Because you see all these missteps. You're like, dude, why are you doing this?
Dude, when he went and pawned the ring,
Oh yeah,
I'm
right
like, dude, you're
there.
gonna
Oh,
lose that money.
his fucking wheeling and dealing shit, man. Like he'll get a deal done, and then like it's like cut to the next scene. He's already fucking walking to the next motherfucker to be like, all right, got this watch.
Yeah.
Like he was juggling so much
He's on
goddamn
his way to
money
the bookie.
at once. Yeah, and he's in there like placing insane odds, like all the parlays stuff. And that whole thing with the stone was fucking weird throughout the movie.
When that
Yeah,
dude looked into it, and he was like, he
Like,
saw like his birthday, and
well,
you
remember,
see the universe in there. That's how old that shit is.
like I'm gonna make a stretch here. There was a supernatural element to that stone throughout the whole movie.
No, I agree 1000%, dude.
Not
Because
hear me, because I feel like it's like the same parallel as in like it's one like they use the same way that a serious man did the Dybbuk.
yeah,
The way that whole thing happened, where it showed you at the beginning and at the very end, but throughout the movie, like didn't see shit, nothing supernatural going on, whatever. I think the same thing applied in Uncut Gems. Like this stone had like this MacGuffin supernatural power going throughout the whole movie.
Well, you know,
because it was
basketball players are real superstitious, like wear the same underwear.
Yeah.
Got it, you know. So when he got that stone, when he sold him the stone, he was like, "You're gonna go out there and win tonight, dude." And he knew the guy was probably thinking it in his head, like he's like, "I'm gonna win tonight. I got the stone. The stone. This is everything, you know." And he was like, "I'm betting all the money on it." I mean, and the motherfucker won two games with it.
Yeah. And even dude was like, are you fucking like you have a bag full of cash? Like what the fuck are you doing, man? But yeah, I mean that the way that they portrayed the stone, you know, as even like whenever it was locked away in that box and everything, it just had like this calling to it. It was fucking awesome the way that they did it.
I thought
And
it
the
was
way
cool
it
at the
made you-
beginning.
it's like it tried to make the audience be obsessed about the stone as much as everybody else in the movie was.
yeah.
At the
Like,
beginning,
you-
when they were looking
like,
into
you
the
wanted-
stone,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden I was like, "What is this? Somebody's throat?" It looked like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, it's his fucking." It went like straight into his colon through the stone. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. Which was a cool little opening bit there.
that was cool.
But
How funny those glasses look.
yeah,
What was even
right.
better is when he put those sunglasses on. The
Yeah.
ones with the white frames.
Yeah.
And so I figured it was something that we would have to dance around, but I was reading into it, and it was actually part of the character creation on Sandler and the writer. They wanted him. The Wikipedia stuff that was explained in the movie was like they wanted Sandler to play up all the Jewish stereotypes.
Yeah.
Hardcore, like really, like not be subtle about it, and wield it like in a superhero fashion, like his ability to convince, his
Yeah.
greed getting him more
Golden
stuff,
tongue.
like like all of the cliches and
Well, even at the family dinner when they were doing the drops of blood, reading off all the names and shit.
Yeah.
And they did everything.
And I mean, he molded himself into this character, and I mean, and it didn't come off. I like the way that they approached it because it was very stereotypical, but at the same time, like it didn't come off as like, oh my, like, oh, here's this guy, he's playing this specific character that we've seen mocked 1,000 times, because like they introduced a new level to the stereotype in a certain way. You know what I mean? Like they gave that personification of the stereotype a more in-depth personality by having him put himself into these situations that we all knew that he wasn't going to be able to get out of, you know?
Right.
And that's clever writing right there. When you're like, be a stereotypical Jewish male and just go with it,
Adam
because
Sandler
trust
was
me.
like, forget about it, you know?
Yeah.
I got this.
Yeah. And I mean
he did a great job.
It worked, man. It was genius.
I like how they kind of trickled in a little backstory, like when his little buddy he's selling the watches for, when he first brings old Cash out in there. I guess that's some rapper or something. I don't know. But he brought him in there, and he was like, when he brought the basketball player, he was like, this guy used to be, the guy, like back in the day with all the rappers, and he had a fucking Furby chain. But, like at one time he was the shit.
Yeah.
But his gambling addiction
he was the bling guy. Over.
Even his own kid, dude, when he went up to his son's room and his son was like, I got 50 on this game. And, he's just turning into his dad. Like,
yeah.
Him watching the games was hilarious.
Yeah. Oh,
like,
he
was
in
sitting
it.
There, he was like, fuck you. You fucking get in there. And I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I guess if you got, $40
million
on it. And,
yeah.
And then that one, he's like, I hit big. And then he was like, I got to go into the city. He went and got some steaks and was going to go see his dime piece.
Yeah.
I thought when he was hiding in the closet, she was either going to come in with a dude, or when she come in, she was going to be talking shit about him.
Yeah.
That didn't plan. I was like, oh no, something bad's going to happen here. Like,
yeah.
But no.
How awkward was that scene with him and his wife?
Oh yeah.
At the dinner party.
Yeah, when she's in the bar mitzvah dress.
Yeah.
She gives him the classic like most of these movies where it's like some sort of some person high on the hog, like, and then his lady drops the bomb. The whole I have hated you, like, the
bitch,
whole
it's
time.
over. I hate
can't
looking
stand
at you.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid face.
Yeah,
the only time and then when he had a fight with his girlfriend, he was like, "We can make it work. I mean, we can."
Yeah.
You already you live in an apartment in the city.
Yeah.
You got a girlfriend. You know the chick that works at your office. You're banging, like, already fucked up.
Yeah.
But it found a clever way with its writing to put him in these situations, but still fall back on the beats of a typical crime thriller, you know?
Oh yeah.
How about the guys too? The dudes that would come rough him up.
Oh my God!
When he first came in the office, he's like, "You got to get him a water. We got our own water." He's, "Well, we're the first people to have water around here."
And what's crazy is this movie follows him mad money slinging, but at the same time, this is a movie where like it's 2 hours of Adam Sandler getting his ass kicked.
Dude, when they were in there, he slapped him and he said, "You better fucking make time for me." I was like, "Uh-oh."
Yeah.
Well, you gonna take my watch? Just take my watch. It's not my money. I can't. Just weaseling his way out of everything, dude.
Yeah. Then he called the dude and he's like, "That watch was worth 40 grand. That's coming out of what I owe you." And I'm like, I don't, like, you're talking shit right now, but like, this dude wants his fucking money back, you know?
Well, what's crazy is when we get to the point where he's got them locked up in the security pathway, and we have that whole moment where Sandler just goes full gambling addict, and you just see it playing out in front of everybody.
Yeah.
That was like, I think there was a lot to that scene, like just showing you this is what his brain looks like, you know.
He had so many opportunities to pay the guy.
Yeah. Get completely out of debt.
Really.
Yeah. But he just, it was all impulse shit too. You know what I mean?
Well, he as soon as he got the cash, he was just on his way. The first time he walked in, when he had already gave the guy 14,000, he came in with some like another 20 something after he pawned the ring.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, "Get out of here! I don't even want to see you."
Well, I mean, just the level of greed playing into him, like, I mean, and it was building up all throughout the movie as with his character development. Like, he was already the shit, and then he had him a wife and family. Well, that wasn't the shit anymore. So what does he do? He juggles it with a mistress, a whole other life, whole other living quarters with this, you know, this whole relationship going on. That's not enough for him because I mean, I've heard of people pulling that shit off in the real world, but that seems like just the craziest fucking lifestyle ever. But somehow that wasn't enough for him. So what does he do now? He goes full on gambling addiction. It's all like he's just a walking dose of anxiety.
Yeah.
Like, imagine you having to run alongside that motherfucker. Like, that's a lifestyle that's fucking insane.
Yeah. Fuck that.
Well, when the one guy that worked for him, he's like, "I'm done, man. I'm not doing
Well, it
this
shows
shit."
you, and I think that's also one of the interesting things about this movie too, is you see someone who goes through the same motions and same mental struggles and challenges as all the other films that play along these beats, where instead of it just being greed and money and more and that being it, instead it's that, and it's like, all right, well, now it's going to get super coked up, he's going to get paranoid, he's going to start shooting people that aren't fucking him over, and then everything's going to be chaotic and the people are going to swoop in and take him out in the movie. You know, that's how most of that shit kind of plays out. And this kind of steered that way, but enough to be very fresh. And I definitely can see why this movie got the hype that it did.
Oh yeah. Yes, I agree 100%. They didn't miss a beat. You know what I mean? Like there was no misplays in the writing or the directing or the cinematography, the acting, any of that stuff. I mean, it just like it flowed together so well, and like once you get a second to breathe, then he does something even fucking stupider than he did. You know what I mean? That's like when he went in there and he's like, "I need the ring back." He's like, "I'm gonna give you the what was it, the Lakers or the
Knicks
Knicks?"
ring.
Yeah. He goes, "You know, I love this ring more than, you know, I love whatever, blah, blah, blah." And it's like, you see, like for that moment, you're like, all right, he's gonna get the stone, he's gonna sell it to dude, give him the ring back, all this kind of shit. And then like it just and you know that there's not gonna be a happy ending for a guy like this. There can't be.
Well, for the sake of the movie, though, the bad lieutenant decision, that motherfucker should have left that gem in the box in his office and just not let that basketball player see it at all. That was what kicked everything off. We haven't seen a clear-cut bad lieutenant decision since Bad Lieutenant, and I think this one finally. I mean, we've called it in various films throughout our run here, but this movie absolutely has within the first 30 minutes of the film, you can pinpoint you could shift the timeline if you'd have fucking not done that, you know?
Oh yeah.
And what was crazy was like so he gets the gem. takes the watch from the basketball or the ring from the basketball player as collateral, pawns the collateral.
Yeah.
Like
And goes and bets on it.
Everyone knows,
He's
and
losing
everyone
the
in
ring.
their life knows someone who pulls crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
And you don't really see the inner workings. You don't really see it play out in real time in a way. And this movie does a small bit of trying to convey that. And it's just insane how, whether he was doing this spontaneously or he was legitimately 1 to 2 steps ahead in his deal process or betting process, because he wasn't, even though he would call and place the bets on the basketball games and his gambling with that, dude was gambling everything.
Yeah.
Even his
Yep.
Like
life.
that's how hardcore his fucking addiction was. Yeah, Adam, like he gambled like his life away. And the one bet that he should have been focused on is what done him in. Because the whole thing was he just kept betting and betting and betting, but he wouldn't go and finish off his shit. He wouldn't get one transaction solely done before starting another.
Yeah. It consumed him, man.
Oh, I mean, to go with the whole cosmic imagery, like it was like his gambling was a black hole, and it straight sucked his ass in.
Yeah.
I like how they like with the story too, you know. He dies at the end. Spoiler alert.
In the face.
He finally hits big.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, I want to
the
come.
big one.
I just made $1 million. I mean, probably more. I don't know. What 1.5?
Yeah.
What was it? Something 1.4?
Yeah. Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
Off of 155,000.
Yeah.
Well, as soon as he wins, for the first time, probably big, the dude
Yeah.
walks out and shoots him right in the face.
Yeah.
You lose, dude. You didn't win shit. I did not expect that.
Well, but let's look at this for a second, though. Let's talk about this. If they wouldn't have killed him, they would have taken every fucking dime of that money.
That's what I was thinking.
Just-
They were gonna, and that would have killed him. You
yeah.
know, they were gonna go hunt the girl down and just take it all.
Yeah.
Well, he would have. Well, chances are, he would have told him, "Hey, I had the money," and the cycle would have repeated. He would have had that money already
He probably
spent
would have bet
before.
this, yeah,
He would have tried to double it.
and then lose it.
Now, for a second there, when he was on the phone with his lady when they were giving the "I love you" talk, you know,
Yeah,
I can't remember if it was that or if it was a little earlier. But he's on the phone and oh no, he's talking to his actual wife and he's like, "Get the kids, get out, gas leak, all this kind of stuff." For a moment there, I was like, "Is he about to kill these 3 motherfuckers?" And he's just getting them out to
well, the
start,
reason he did that is because Arnold was on the phone with somebody, and he's like, "Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? What are you calling?" You know, probably thought they were gonna send somebody to his house. But how did he think that was gonna play out, dude? Leaving them in that little cube, locked up for how long does a basketball game last?
Like 2 hours.
The whole game, they're just sitting there sweating. They was hot. You could see them sweating.
Yeah.
I mean, how you think that's gonna play out when they get out? And I
For
think the
some
reason
reason,
that it went the way it
like
went was the 2
it would have been
henchmen that
crazy if
worked
they
for the
just
dude.
killed him.
Whenever they found out that he won, they were like, "We're gonna kill these mother." The one guy, the main dude, he's like, "We're taking everything.
Yeah.
We're gonna kill both these motherfuckers. We're gonna take all the jewelry, and we're gonna get the shit from the bitch."
Yeah.
That's what he was thinking. Not a good employee. What about when
Not
they
at
stripped
all.
him down at his daughter's play?
Yeah. That was
That was
fucking
cold blooded
nuts.
right there.
Yeah.
Like, Arnold, this is before we know it's his brother-in-law.
Yeah.
He's like, "What are you doing here?" See, I think that's why he was like, "You're not gonna kill me.
Yeah.
You're my brother-in-law, dude. You're not gonna kill me." But the other 2 dudes didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They're not family. They don't like him. He did a great job
Yeah.
with his old ass iPhone. That was like an iPhone fucking 3.
Yeah. No, man, I really fucking enjoyed this film a lot. And it's definitely going to be one that I revisit from time to time because I mean, they took something that has been done a million times and put a fresh modern spin on it, and you can't hate on it, especially with Sandler's performance, man.
Oh yeah, and he didn't get away. I was like, oh, so she's gonna leave with the money, and it's like, oh, he's coming out on top here.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that was so quick too.
Yeah.
As soon as that door opened, he walked out and just bam, right in the face.
Yeah.
And then Arnold was like, "What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck?" And he's like, "I'm shot him too." He's like, "Fuck you, loot it." I remember the other night when I started watching the movie, I told Griffin, I said, "I'm glad I'm not like I don't have a gambling problem.
Yeah, for real,
Like
right?
fuck that."
Man, it was great. I fucking love the hell out of it. And I want to see Sandler do more things like this.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's all I want. Like of course I enjoy his comedy, this, that, and the other, but it's just he did so well and he just melted away that it just made me want more.
yeah,
It's a refreshing take on Sandler if you're someone who probably binge watches his stuff on Netflix.
Yeah. Or if you grew up on him.
Oh yeah. Oh man. If you could time travel and have somebody fresh off a first watch of Billy Madison or Happy Gilmore, and you pop this movie in and go, this was going to be like in about 20 years, you'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what happened? Did he get divorced? You know? You only act like that in two ways. Either a
Life
great
is
skip.
life is long, you know.
Yeah.
yeah. They picked the right guy. I can't see anybody else, you know, doing the role in the movie. Like, I remember when the trailer first came out and stuff. We're like, Sandler, like a serious movie, okay? And none of us had watched it. Been out since December of last year.
Yeah.
I give it a star, man.
Yeah, dude, full star.
Yeah.
3 uncut gems.
3 uncut gems.
He gets a full opal.
Yeah. They got the black opal. They're the Nigerian Jews. Oh yeah.
It was great. I loved it.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it again.
So, y'all want to hit some Mandalorian real quick?
Oh yeah.
So,
This week on The Mandalorian, space spiders.
yeah. So, this dude, he's like, all right, you know, we got to we got to find some Mandalorians, And then he walks into the bar and old chick's fucking playing cards. And she's like, if you cover the fucking pot, then I'll,
500.
yeah, he'll
High
give you
stakes.
information. Yeah, right.
And it's an ant.
He's not like your mom's
No.
sister.
It's a bug. She's playing and she somehow can speak every language.
Yeah, I don't
Speaks
know.
frog, ant. I don't know.
Robot.
You
'cause
name it,
she's
dude.
talking to those droids.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, But anyway, they say that, I know where a Mandalorian's at. We're going to send somebody to meet you that's going to give you the location, blah, blah, blah. And then the damn frog person
Yeah.
shows up.
And I'm like, what does this motherfucker know?
Yeah, right. So apparently, this frog species or this frog's bloodline is about to die with her.
Yeah.
And she laid these eggs, but the eggs have got to be fertilized by her husband,
Yeah.
who's on another planet making a life for her.
And they've worked
And
really hard. It's like Mandalorian's got to save the day again.
yeah, of course,
And at first he's like,
So
"Nah, fuck that," but then he looks at Baby Yoda and he's like, "All right."
yeah. So she's like, all right, you can take her and she'll give you the information, this, that, and the other, but you can't
What?
travel at
Yeah.
light speed, yeah,
Yeah.
because it'll
Slow.
destroy the eggs.
It's gonna
Yeah,
take the whole episode.
yeah,
That's how slow.
yeah. And he's like, fuck it, roll out. So they get in there. He goes and checks on Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda is eating the eggs.
Yeah. Nice little tidbit about that.
Yeah, people got
You
fucking
know about this,
irate.
Trav?
No.
People are pissed
People,
because he was eating the eggs.
yeah, like not watching the show ever again. Yeah, yeah. I ain't even playing, dude. There was people online like raising all the hell about this shit. And I'm like, really? First of all, Baby Yoda's a baby. Second of all, in the last season, we saw Baby Yoda eat how many frogs?
Yeah.
Every time
So
he
we are.
saw
Oh, I
anything,
forgot about that.
yeah,
He
every
was
time we
always
saw
chasing the
anything,
frogs down, and you'd see him with the legs hanging out of his mouth.
yeah. So I mean, that's his go-to fucking
Yeah. Did
meal
they
right
forget about
there.
that? It's a frog, dude.
Yeah, I know.
I thought it was funny when he was eating the eggs, like,
I did
and I thought
too.
he was gonna go over like when he was first looking at the like thing that they were in.
Yeah,
I thought he was like, "It's a ball." He
yeah,
was like looking at it. So he likes. I mean, dude, he's a womp rat, dude.
yeah.
Swamp rat. He likes fucking frogs and shit.
Yeah. No big deal.
I mean, she had like 80 of them. Here's what's crazy: when they were in the container, it looked like 6. When they were in
Yeah,
the little pool thing she was in, there's
there's
like
like
30 of them.
hundreds.
Yeah, like
Yeah. It's like, what the fuck,
he
man?
cut around the corner and she's over here in the jacuzzi.
Yeah,
He's like, I know it's warm, but we gotta go.
yeah, we gotta get the fuck
Baby
out of
Yoda over
here.
here munching down on these little space spiders. I'm like, that might make you
Yeah,
sick, little buddy.
yeah, for real, right?
Hey, he sure did move around a lot on this one.
Who, Baby
Yeah,
Yoda?
dude.
He was fucking
He was
bebopping
getting into
around,
shit,
wasn't
dude.
he? Yeah,
Scooting across the snow,
yeah,
whining about
Those
stuff.
shots, those fucking shots of him in the back of that speeder, and they're hauling ass, dude. That like he's built for laughs, man.
Yeah.
for sure.
Bad lieutenant decisions when she went to take a dive, a little dip.
Yeah,
I mean, Mando's out here working on the ship. He's busting his ass.
yeah.
And the reason the guys came after him was because he had been was that in the second season where he landed on that planet, was talking to him about going to get Yoda? Right, because they were like, "You've been to this place."
Those in the in the first
Yeah, in
season.
the first one, yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, and they're like, you got to have this, and he's like,
You want
I'm
him
a
to turn his
pretty,
ping on.
yeah,
But then, like, he had it cut off because, like, he's like, I'm trying to do incognito here, dude. Like,
yeah,
Well, because at the end of the day, he's like, fuck both sides of the war, you
yeah,
know.
yeah.
I got a baby to protect.
But they did show that they were cool with him now.
Yeah.
For the
Well,
most
those
part,
guys
yeah.
let him go. They were like, "You put your
Well,
life on the line for somebody. We should arrest you, but hey." He's like, "How about you
with
help me
that,
with the whole?" He's like, "How about you do it your damn self?" Like,
yeah. But I think, see, and I think I think this was the episode where it was like, look at the Baby Yoda while we set up shit that's gonna come in handy later on. Like, I'm calling it now. Like, regardless, like when he fights Moff Gideon in the finale, they obviously when that motherfucker rolls up, so is the Empire. So there's gonna be a lot of motherfuckers to contend with. It's gonna be a battle, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like they're like that's gonna be the 11th hour clutch save. Like they're gonna be outnumbered. He's gonna flip the transponder on. Rebels are gonna show up, and then shit's really gonna pop off.
Yeah. But so anyway, like he decided to dip out down on this planet so that he can try to get away from them. And he fucking does some extreme maneuvering, dude.
oh
Like
yeah,
some next level fucking maneuvering here.
When he fucking stalled that thing out,
Yeah,
it just dropped.
Which is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it dropped through the ice. They're stuck. His ship got fucking clusterfucked right there. Like it was bad, you know?
The poor old Razor Crest can't fucking go an episode without being fucked up.
That whole
Dude.
time when they were flying around, were y'all not? Did they tie those eggs down back there? Because
Yeah, I know,
them ships will
right?
be knocking all over the place.
Yeah. But yeah, it's getting cold. It's a frog woman. She's getting real fucking cold, faster than Mando is, you know. And he's like, let's just fucking sleep for the night. And like, dude, I'm sitting there thinking, like, if y'all go to sleep, that bitch ain't waking up. You know,
She's
like
shivering.
yeah, like there's no amount of blankets that you're gonna be able to fucking, you know, change her biology by any stretch of the imagination, you know?
Yeah, and let's talk
And she,
about this. When they laid down next to the hole in the hole. Like,
yeah, I know.
you know what I'm saying? It's like, why don't we get in the cockpit where we can actually close it up and
Yeah,
not
yeah,
freeze to death?
yeah,
He gave her the blanket. She wrapped it around her eggs.
yeah.
I'm like, I
Well,
don't
and
think that's gonna work.
she was trying to tell him like, hey man, like, you know, these eggs are gonna be fucking freezing.
Yeah,
Like,
you
we
could
gotta
see
keep
the
them
little
warm.
thing on the front of it was getting real low.
Yeah. And then like he fell asleep and she went over there and fucked with that badass bounty
Yeah.
robot. Activated fucking
Mandalorian.
Moss's. Yeah, that was It's just funny to hear Moss say that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? But yeah, activated the voice shit, and she's like, "Look, we gotta get the fuck out of here because I'm gonna freeze to death, and I can't help you if I'm dead." Pretty
Promised.
much.
I thought your
Yeah,
word. Oh, that must be a stories for children.
yeah.
He was like, give me the fucking toolbox.
I'm like, damn, this fucking frog lady has a great fucking.
Yeah.
She's got some great, you know.
Some excellent robot skills, like for some
Well,
reason.
not only that, but like her vocabulary was just very on point, even though she spoke frog, you
Yeah.
know. But anyway, I mean, if that sounds racist, then sure. But I mean, I ain't heard a lot of frogs talk. I don't know what their vocabulary be
Little
like.
frog talk.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, she fucks off and shambles down the fucking corridors. And Mandalorian, of course, has to go and find her ass. And yeah, she's in there fucking chilling in the hot tub. And Baby Yoda shambles. And I mean,
He
slow
shimmied through
pace.
the snow.
Yeah.
He's got a little
Slow.
shimmy.
Yeah. And he like tore one of them egg sacs open and ate that shit, and then they all started fucking hatching. It reminded me of aliens
Yeah.
so much, you know? But and then here comes the fucking swarm, dude.
There goes the big one.
Dude, how big was that fucking thing?
Massive. And it was
And
pissed.
how many fucking babies did that
Oh,
thing
man.
have? Jesus
Yeah, and then when
fucking
it came out of the
Christ.
little tunnel, there was even like bigger ones.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Ruh-roh.
yeah,
He was fucking them up, dude. He was hitting them with his little gun. He was fucking hitting them with a flamethrower.
yeah,
I was like, hit him with that jetpack, dude. He fucked
yeah.
that one dude up with that jetpack. He's like, yeah, you can have the jetpack.
Yeah. How funny. I laughed out loud so hard at that part where he's like, he shoots the dude up in space. Of course, the dude falls, and I was chuckling at that. And then he like it does that. It
Land and
focuses.
fell over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I laughed so fucking hard. I'm like, that sums it up. You know what I mean? Like that fucking sums up what the fuck's going on here.
Maybe little baby Yoda took a tumble off the damn bike, man.
Yeah, he wasn't ready for it. That's why he was
like,
out
you know.
he's
All
out
right.
walking around because of that shit. You know. But yeah, man, it was a cool episode, and it was shorter, like way shorter than most of them, right?
Seems
It
short.
felt shorter, yeah. But no, they did a great job of like showing you the horrors of space, and you know that could have been just a throwaway thing that that he talked about, but they decided to keep it in. But it wasn't something that was like super slow paced or anything. They got in, they got out, and developed enough plot points to like keep it where like Trav said, okay, he's gonna cut his shit on, and whenever he does that, they're gonna fucking roll out and show up or something, you know. So
the distress call.
yeah. So now he's off Tatooine and he's going to this frog paradise. So we'll see what, you know.
What's in store for the Mandalorian next week?
Yeah, I mean, who knows what's going to happen, but
He'll deliver the eggs.
Oh yeah.
What about when that chick when they were cooking that dragon meat? She was like, "Don't cook it too much."
Yeah.
He's like, she said, "I'll vouch for her on my life," and she's like, "I don't know, I met her like 10 minutes ago," and he's like, "I'm a pretty good judge of character." She just munching on that meat, like,
yeah.
All right, lady.
Always butting in and shit, you know.
And what was funny was when the ship was leaving, it was just kind of putter, like one fucking rocket was working, and it was just barely kicking along.
Yeah.
That was a good episode. I'm excited. They've done a great job with the show.
Kept the Western vibe.
Yeah, it did.
Going. We still don't know what's up with old Boba Fett yet, but we'll figure it out.
I think it's going to be like 3 or 4 more episodes.
They'll drag that out.
Yeah, of course. They need to, for sure. So I just can't believe people got fucking pissed about Baby Yoda.
I know you said like there's people that are like, I'm not watching this show anymore.
Yeah. Like, really?
Because he ate frog eggs?
Yeah.
There was a bunch of them in there.
Like,
I thought it was funny.
Yeah. Like, humans eat caviar.
Yeah.
Right?
We also eat frogs.
Yeah. I mean,
chicken eggs, like, hello?
Yeah.
So the funniest one was at the end when he's like, "We got a long way to go. Better catch some sleep." He said, "Wake me up if somebody shoots at us." And it cuts the little Baby Yoda. And he pops the last one in.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Somebody shoots at us.
Or like, if the door blows off the hinges, he's like, "Just kidding. We'll be dead."
It's like, all right.
I do. Goddamn.
A realist over here, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it was good.
It's been good. So y'all want to get into these emails real quick?
Oh yeah.
Nick emailed us back after we reached out to him last week. And we got a couple messages from Nick, and I'm going to go through them real quick. So he said, apologies for how long the email is. Hi there, it's me again. I've just finished listening to your episode on the Beast. It's great to hear that you and the others really liked it. Given how the general responses I've received from all the other podcasts that have so far seen the film have been pretty much very, very positive. I guess I'm not really that surprised that you liked it. I'm going to leave you a couple of bits of info that will answer a couple of things, and I'll leave you a couple of links to interviews, assuming you haven't already seen them yourselves, involving both the playwright and the director, Kevin Reynolds. I looked for shit, and I couldn't find
anything, dude.
Yeah, so he sent us a couple of links. So the couple of bits of info come from a podcast called Never Heard of It Podcast. By the way, when I first emailed them, I didn't realize there were 2 podcasts called Never Heard of It Podcast. They have 2 male hosts. They both do a tee-up episode before doing the main review the following week, and they've now both reviewed The Beast. How those 2 podcasts have never bumped into one another, I'll never know. Anyway, the first of those podcasts to review the film, Craig and Sean, the 2 hosts, recognized a name from the film's credits, executive producer Dale Pollock. It turns out, while making movies, he was also the dean headmaster of a film school that they went to. And so they reached out to him, and he kindly dumped a ton of info about the making of the film. He explained that the title, The Beast of War, was credited to the film because it was the French version of the title translated back into English and somehow found its way on the posters and trailer in the marketing department, and nobody bothered to correct the mistake. so it's always stuck. Secondly, and more importantly, why the film was dumped in only 2 screens. I guarantee you're all going to give a collective eye rolling when I tell you this now. So basically, what happened was David Putnam's replacement, Don Still, saw the film, and what pissed her off about the film was she hated how much reading of subtitles she had to do while watching the film. So there you go. Subtitles were what killed this film. I mean, how can you watch things while you're also trying to read them?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Subtitles.
Yeah. Then he emails. Yeah. I mean, dude, what?
So she's a film producer and she's a bit of a Kathleen Kennedy. I just looked her up.
Well, fuck her.
Well, she's not here anymore.
Oh. Well, may you rest in
R.I.P. Yeah. But she worked on like Cool Running, City of Angels, Sister Act. She's like a producer though. Like she's like a Kathleen Kennedy. Somehow ends up running a fucking production company,
Yeah.
Because Honey, I Blew Up the Kid, stuff like that.
Yeah. So she didn't like reading subtitles. So due to her lack of using her eyeballs, this was only dumped into 2 screens, and it is forgotten for the most part. So Nick also emailed us back 2 more times. Just forgot to mention, guys, your suggestion of doing a petition every week is a great idea. Let me know how that goes. Then he emailed back and said, actually, I've thought about this more and more, and you guys sound very serious about wanting to help get this film a brand spanking new Blu-ray and all the works. Well, I'm totally serious about this, and it sounds like you guys are totally serious as well. So I'm going to email you back tomorrow because I'm actually from the UK and I'm starting to fall asleep now. But if you guys could come up with some ideas, and I'll tell what I was originally thinking when I started emailing everyone, and we can maybe try and formulate some kind of plan. Okay, I'll get back to ASAP. Is that the last one?
Nope.
No. He emailed us back
the
again.
next day.
Yeah, so the next day he emailed us back. Was that the last one?
It's at the bottom.
Okay, all right, I see it. So he says, hi again. I don't know how long it takes for you guys to see these messages, but basically, I'm just going to say my original idea was to write up an email very over the top. My original email made up of a couple of sentences didn't seem to get me anywhere, full of me passionately rambling and hopefully over the top enough that you would think it's so ridiculous that maybe this film is worth checking out. Then seeing the film and being won over by it. I could then move into next phase. After having sent that email to every single movie podcast across the internet, and I really do mean every single one, and getting enough podcasts around to my way of thinking, I could then ask all of you much more easily to send an email each to places like Criterion and Shout Factory, etc., which would hopefully get them taking this film much more seriously, which I don't think I could do on my own. That all in all was going to be my basic strategy. I think that that's a great strategy.
Yeah, and then having a petition of start a petition and get as many people as you can to sign it that they want a DVD full works, dude, and even like a mini documentary.
Yeah,
maybe because I'm sure the people that worked on the movie like for people to see it. They'll be happy
Well,
to talk about it.
I think if anything, it could make enough of a splash that even if we don't get the coveted Blu-ray that it would deserve, it can find its way into more accessible means.
Yeah.
For like it could show up on Netflix or Hulu or HBO or somehow the rights of it can be brought back up in the air, or hell, maybe it's gone long enough that like you could buy the rights for the cheap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think the big takeaway here is that this movie can be viewed now with 2 very, well, at least 3 very distinct approaches, considering what the movie's based on, the Russian Afghanistan war, and then how all of that, gave rise to all the conflicts that inevitably America inherited when we went on our war on terror, and even earlier with Desert Storm, just from the moment we set foot in the Middle East,
Right.
and this movie, it's a unique perspective.
Yeah. Very unique perspective.
Yeah, I'll put those 2 links to those articles because they're pretty long.
Yeah.
I'll include those in our description.
Okay.
Anybody that sees it and I'll go back and put them in the other. But like a petition, man, if you because there's when you look online, dude, when you search the movie, it's got good scores all across the board.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, like everybody that sees the movie likes it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen a bad review.
No,
So
not
if
at
you could get a petition going, get it out to other podcasts, get them to mention it, get people to sign it, like I think the Wikipedia page needs to be updated to include that little tidbit of why the movie was only released on 2 screens.
Yeah, exactly.
And then maybe some of the stuff from these articles, like because when we were, after we watched the movie, you just really couldn't find anything. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool that while they were watching the movie, they saw a name and was like, "Hey, I know that guy."
Yeah.
So
They
the
reach
so
out.
the
And he's like,
so the rights to this film have to have been relinquished because the film is on YouTube. There are free areas. There are websites that you can watch this movie for
"Yeah,
free. The downside is it's just kind of sat in it's pushed to the corner of the streaming world. Um,
yeah." Columbia Pictures put it out.
yeah. So let's see.
Dude, that's part of Sony.
Yeah.
You know how we
Ew.
feel about Sony.
We want to start that petition back up while we're at it.
They shut that one down pretty quick.
That was down the next day, dude. But I mean, his original
Here's
plan.
what's. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just. So here's something interesting that I did find. So you can watch The Beast on Amazon. You can watch it with Prime Video. However,
You gotta pay.
it's behind a rent wall.
Yeah. I think you
So
can pay $3.99 to watch it or $12.99 to rent.
Yeah.
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 I mean to buy,
So
so it's in your collection,
so
or you
for
can buy the DVD. Dude, the DVD's only $6.95.
so for you purists out there that you know have meaning in a transaction for stuff like that, the movie it's accessible, but it's not going to be as easy as pulling up your Netflix or your Hulu or what have you. But this should absolutely it should get it. The more I think about it, the more I really I think it does deserve
Yeah.
a re-release. I still stand on my Criterion thing. I don't think it's
Yeah, and that's one thing. He said, what do you say, Shout Factory? Just any
Yeah.
like studio that like goes back and takes an old movie and breathes new life into it.
Yeah.
Gets it
'cause
released again. And I'm talking, I want a proper release too, because this movie was shot on film.
Yeah.
And the copy we watched was a good copy. And there was some great shots in the movie. So can you imagine?
Yeah, full 4K.
Oh man, if they took it and rendered it down to the 4K rip, oh
Oh my God.
it'll look
But I
so
mean,
good.
I said all that to say though that like just like with last week, uh, if you haven't watched this, watch it.
Oh yeah, for
Uh,
sure. But no, I think that his plan is fantastic because I mean, he is it's kind of genius, Nick. All right, I'm just going to say it's genius because you're hitting the perfect demographic first of all. And that's a route that like who would have thunk it? You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm sitting around and I'm like, I found this movie, it's so badass. How do you get more people to check it out? And I never would have been like, well, of course, email all these movie review podcasts. It's fucking brilliant,
That's
Nick.
good.
Yeah.
Especially if we can reach like some of the really big movie reviewers. Even the
Yeah.
guys that do movie reviews on YouTube.
Yeah.
Those, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
you see a few of those guys and they'll have millions of hits.
Yeah.
You get them mentioning it, you get a
Yeah.
petition going.
Yeah. So, and I'm going to reply to Nick through email, but I'm also going to reply to him here. This is my thoughts. We'll brainstorm it for a second. My thoughts are, since he is the man, since Nick is the man, he needs to be the flag waver, the flag bearer in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
And like whenever he feels like the time is right, we'll be here because
So he's Mel Gibson in Braveheart.
yeah, but it's not going to be nearly as traumatic of an
Okay.
ending. You know what I mean? We're not going to cut his body into pieces
I
and
would
spread him
going
all over
that
Scotland.
far.
Yeah, but yeah, man. I mean, like whenever, because we're all for it, but
yeah.
we also recognize that if you continue on this trajectory, you're going to reach more people than we have ever reached. Because I mean, we've got listens, yes, of course, but we don't reach as many people as like some of these bigger people, right?
Yeah.
So the help that we can throw out there may not be as, monumental as some of these other places, but we are willing to help in any way that we can.
Yeah,
help,
like any
right?
podcast we know about, we could send it to them.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hit up, any these groups we're in.
Yeah.
You go in there and say, hey, for you guys that are doing a movie podcast, here's a movie to check out. Here's a petition.
Yeah.
And put the whole mission statement on the petition. Like,
Yeah.
if you see this movie and you feel the same way, please sign it, pass it around. Dude, I'm just saying, if we could get millions of signatures, a company would release that.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, we're gonna let him. I think that we should let him be Braveheart in this situation because I mean, it's his passion project that he delivered unto us, and by association, it's gonna become our passion project to a certain degree. But I think that is a great idea. It's a genius fucking way to get exposure out there, and
Work with us.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, because I'd never heard of it, never would have watched it. Like, unless it popped up it by some miracle on one of those lists of movies.
All-time greats, like
yeah,
which I've never seen it on.
Yeah, never. Which is a damn shame, But yeah, Nick, whenever the time is right, you got real estate in your back pocket. And we'll get real fucking redneck if we have to.
Yeah, we'll keep it real.
Yeah.
Dude, it doesn't have a bad review on Amazon.
How can it?
Like all the reviews are good. There's only a little over 600,
but still though.
Yeah.
But I told Marina's dad about it. I was like, I got this movie you got to watch because he enjoys watching war movies and he enjoys watching movies from the 80s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, best of both worlds. So never heard of it. Only released in 2 screens. Watched it. Loved it. I think you'll like it. So the next time I get the hard drive, because he's a truck driver, can't carry around a bag full of DVDs with him. Too heavy. So,
So Columbia Pictures, they still have the rights because it does say on here Columbia Pictures Combat Classics. It's part of their little Combat Classics series.
Well, they need to bring them Combat Classics up a notch, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah. Thanks again, Nick, for reaching out, man.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. And if you've got any other movie recommendations, of course, shoot us an email and we'll be DTW. So, let's see. Do we have any movie news? We do have a little bit of movie news here. So they're getting rid of Johnny Depp on Fantastic Beasts.
He was asked to resign.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he
lost his lawsuit against the media outlet in the UK.
Yeah. That's what happens when you date crazy chicks.
Yeah.
Just going to throw that out there.
Well, and she's so deep in the the Aquaman movie and everything else. Like they're not going to get rid of her.
Yeah.
So one had to go.
Well, it sucks that it's him, but hey, it's Johnny Depp. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna have to start a petition for Depp?
I think he'll be all right.
Think so?
I mean, other people, they'll give him roles. Like he'll get roles. This may even help him. Like get him, because like this, like was he getting kicked out of the Fantastic Mr. Beast? Those aren't really my favorite Depp films.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I kind of like, I want the Fear and Loathing route. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So hopefully he kind of, he'll go back to, kind of like this movie we just watched. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, give me,
Oh yeah.
act your ass off, dude.
Yeah. But so anyway, they're thinking of replacing him with Mads Mikkelsen, right? And I haven't watched any of the Fantastic Beast stuff, so I don't fucking know.
No, I don't know anything. It's got something to do with Harry Potter, right?
Yeah, and it's got the dude that played Stephen Hawking in it, right? Okay.
Yeah. I remember seeing a scene where he had a bag and he kept pulling stuff out of it.
Yeah.
It was like Mary Poppins or something.
Yeah.
I saw a thing where they compared them.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it? Wow. Okay. I didn't know. So Johnny Depp released his statement that was typed up.
Whoa.
By the way, yeah, I know. And he's no longer going to be a part of it. So they're scrambling. And then I saw on some of the movie news websites that they wanted to bring Colin Farrell in, but he couldn't do it because he had obligations to do Batman and all this kind of stuff. So right now, Mads Mikkelsen is the top choice, but we don't really know what's going to happen. But hey,
he's normally like a villain. Was Johnny Depp a villain?
Maybe.
I don't know.
He was.
Okay, that makes sense.
And I mean, the reason I haven't bothered with the news and posting it was because personally, I see it as an upgrade.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that dude plays a great villain.
Oh man, shameless Hannibal plug here. If y'all haven't watched Hannibal, fucking watch it. Jesus Christ. Criminally underrated, and it's absolute bullshit that it got the axe. But there's 3 amazing seasons to watch, and I urge anyone who hasn't taken the time to do it to do so. You won't regret it.
Well, we do have a new Colin Firth film coming out, and guess what, guys? It's not a rom-com.
What?
Yeah. I know, right? So good. What?
Yeah.
Colin Firth will battle zombies in action comedy. New York will eat you alive. Colin Firth, he's won Oscars. He's making the leap into the horror genre, having joined an upcoming zombie flick, which is currently tentatively titled New York Will Eat You Alive. The STX Films and 10 Cent Pictures action comedy will be based on the digital comic Zombie Brother created by Jai Habo. I guess that's how you pronounce his name. We always wanted to cast this in a way that would give life to the source material and elevate the action, and you can't achieve that goal any better than hiring Colin Firth, because he's going to do speeches because he's the king.
Yeah.
So they go on to say that, Zombie Brother started in 2011, serialized comic before being made into an animated series which aired in 2013. The story is set in City H, a place where the water supply has been contaminated by an ancient coffin. People who drink the water are turned into zombie brothers who must eat others in order to evolve. The main character, an insulator, ordinary boy who is forced to step out of his comfort zone and into the big, wide, zombie infested world in order to find his missing girlfriend. Sounds like a riot.
Right on.
Todd Strauss Scholson, who previously credits include the romantic comedy Isn't It Romantic and the adventure comedy sequel A Very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas, is attached to direct the adaptation. So, yeah, we've got that coming out. I mean, Colin Firth, zombies, maybe some romance. I don't know. We'll see.
Did you see where they ordered season 3 of Umbrella Academy?
Yes, I did see that, and I'm pretty fucking stoked,
Also,
bro.
I watched the Uncut Gems on Netflix.
Uh,
Y'all, when I got on Netflix, you know how when you get on there, you're greeted with that, like the thing at the top and it starts playing? Chappelle Show's on Netflix now.
are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I saw it.
Better not bring your kids.
If you search Chappelle Show now, it'll show you on the side there that says now streaming on Netflix. I made sure before I said that.
Well, that's good. I mean,
they did pull the Ron Jeremy bit. There was an episode he had Ron Jeremy in, apparently.
Yeah.
It's been pulled.
The Hedgehog?
Yeah.
Well, what about, like, didn't HBO get It's Always Sunny?
I think so.
And they pulled the Lethal Weapon 5?
That's right.
I mean,
That's
come
all right.
on, dude.
I've got a copy of that episode. You know?
I do too. And it's like, dude, that was
It's
one
hilarious.
of the best episodes. Yeah. Because, I mean, they're so fucking... The point of the fucking show
how
is
ridiculous it is. Like,
well, they're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like, they don't realize that what they're doing is being insensitive. And then everybody around them knows that what they're doing is being insensitive. And they're like, why are you doing this? And you're like, doing what? Like, Murdoch is black. So, you see what I mean? Like, it's just, anyway. I guess that's the world we live in. So, oh yeah, last week, we did real estate, the election night edition.
Oh,
Guess
yeah.
what, guys? It's fucking real estate election night fucking part 2.
One of my favorite memes is the one where it's Bill Murray from Groundhog Day, and he's like, "Well, it's election day again."
Yeah, right. Yeah. Here's the article, guys. Some Star Wars fans are really mad at Baby Yoda over latest The Mandalorian episode. Mandalorian fans aren't too pleased with the child, aka Baby Yoda. When the character first appeared late last year, the Star Wars fan community exploded. For one, everybody was shocked that Lucasfilm was able to keep him a secret for so long. Nobody saw that coming, but everybody knew that Baby Yoda was going to sell a lot of merchandise and that he could do no wrong. This brings us Mandalorian Season 2's second episode. There are spoilers below, so read at your own risk. So I'm going to, skip that. Some Star Wars fans were horrified to see Baby Yoda eating the Frog Lady's eggs. This is a quote. The zoologist in me is really ticked off at Baby Yoda eating all of her eggs. Her species is on the brink of extinction, and he's out here slurping down any chance of their survival, said one fan on social media.
I know it was her. It was her bloodline, like her family.
Yeah,
not the species people.
That's what they said right here. The next sentence: the Frog Lady species was not in danger, though.
Yeah,
it was just her family line,
yeah.
which is still pretty massive, apparently.
Yeah.
Other Star Wars fans started calling out Baby Yoda as a murderer for eating the unfertilized eggs. Baby Yoda is a menace, said another fan on Twitter. With all the
he is a menace to society.
With all the negative energy surrounding the beloved character right now, there are just as many fans supporting the little adorable creature who loved those eggs. Din Djarin was not happy with the child and scalded him throughout the episode, though he wasn't paying attention when he ate the baby snow spider, which set off a horrifying chase sequence. The zoologist. They put it down here again. The zoologist bee is really ticked off. Right here, it's got a picture of the frog lady, and they said frog lady appreciation tweet. She just trying to protect her egg. Baby Yoda menace.
Oh, you mean the same frog lady that just abandons the ship to go like chill in a hot spring?
The bad lieutenant decision.
Quit rewarding stupid behavior.
There's a lot of them
Wait,
here.
what topic are we talking about? Oh yeah, a puppet eating eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, I mean, are these people like vegetarians or
I mean, he's an
are they?
alien.
Because, well, I mean, dude, if you go to the grocery store,
Yeah.
there's like 800 eggs in there, chicken eggs. Like, just are we terrible for eating chicken eggs?
Well, if it's not the end of their bloodline.
It's a fictional character. Fictional character.
I know.
So people took to Twitter.
Well, what's going to happen when Baby Yoda starts fucking shit up because it's constantly exposed to violence?
Yeah, right. That's okay. Because we're going to fight for our right, Trav. But we can't ruin this fucking bloodline.
Eggs.
I got something to bring up, guys. We got to take it there for a minute. On Sunday, I was sitting around watching, probably what everybody else was watching, because we're still trying to figure out who the president is.
Yeah.
And I go on Twitter. I'm looking around because that's where you get your news from, right? And I see trending. Alex Trebek passed away. 30 minutes ago. The article's posted, and I knew he was sick.
Yeah.
Because I've watched my fair share of Jeopardy. The show's been on my whole life. I think they said it started around 85. But I saw the episode a while back where he came out and said his cancer had returned and there really wasn't anything they could do about it. They've kind of done everything they could do.
I mean, it's the end of an era. Like I would say next to Pat Sajak, right? He's the only one that
it was Bob Barker, Pat Sajak, and Alex Trebek. That was the 3 game show host that they've always been there. And it's weird. I saw Dan Satterfield tweeted or put it out on Facebook, and he was posting the link, and he was like, "For all you people in the UK, thank this person because they don't know." He was a Canadian, but damn it, he was one of us, dude.
He was.
He did a really good podcast on the Nerdist several years ago. It's really good, and that's where I learned that he was like a little bit of a handyman. He talks about it in the episode. He likes to fix stuff around his house and work on stuff, and he would go to this little mom and pop hardware store, and when that store shut down, because the big stores kind of the big box stores kind of take over.
Yeah.
He bought the store.
No shit.
All the shit that was in the store, he bought it all. He's like, now, so when I need parts and stuff, I just go out to my garage, and I've pretty much got an entire hardware store.
Holy shit.
It was weird to see the mustache go.
Yeah.
Several, when he did that.
Yeah.
But I was bummed out about that, man.
Yeah. I was super bummed, man.
Yeah, it's just a bummer. I dropped it in Discord and I put bummer, man.
Yeah. And I mean, it is. It's someone that has been on the same show from before we were born until recently.
Always, dude. They did 5 episodes a day. That's where they would record them. So there's still more episodes.
Right.
Because he was filming last week.
Right.
And they said, because I heard the producer talk about it, he said he did 3 episodes one day, and then he did 2 episodes on 2 more days.
Right.
Because he was in a lot of pain, but it's weird, man.
Yeah. I mean, such is life, though,
Yeah.
But we didn't mention this either, man. Sir Sean Connery.
Yeah.
That happened last week.
Yeah.
and I forgot about it. I was gonna bring it up, but I forgot about it. But yeah, the OG fucking Bond.
Yeah, the Bond.
Yeah, and I was always a big Sean Connery
Yeah,
fan, so
dude.
you know.
Remember when he did The Rock?
I mean, how could I forget?
Yeah.
I
With
mean,
Nicolas Cage.
you want to escape from Alcatraz?
Pretty good.
You like
Yeah, it's
that?
pretty good.
I mean, I can do it every now and then. You know,
You know, Sean, I didn't even realize that Alex Trebek was 80 years old.
he looks like he's in his 50s, 60s.
Yeah, 60s.
Yeah, I mean, because like when I see him, I'm like, damn. But yeah, man, it's
How do y'all feel about a replacement? Y'all think because, you know, the show is just, it's always been around, so I don't see them, you know, kind of like with Wheel of Fortune. I mean, Price is Right. And I think they did a good job with that replacement.
yeah.
But who do you see taking over for, I mean, you know, we were joking the other night. We were like, what if they bring Ben Stein in? You know, and he's like, Daily Double. It's just going to be weird to see anyone up there.
Yeah.
Other than, damn you, Trebek.
I don't know. I mean, I think that they're just gonna have to bring an unknown in.
Yeah. Maybe get us like a British dude. Hey, I got a good one right here. Check this out. Craig Ferguson.
Oh my God, dude.
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah, that would be.
Oh, for Jeopardy?
Yeah. He would do a great job. I love Craig Ferguson, dude.
He would be able to do his humor in a toned down way. But it'd be just enough different that like he's not, you know what I mean? You can't replace Alex Trebek. He's the only one that could be mild mannered like that and still kind of. Have you ever seen an episode of Jeopardy where the motherfuckers just can't get a question right to save their life?
Yeah.
That's some of the best episodes because he'll just.
There was actually
a clip. Them backwards compliments.
A clip that I saw recently. I think I have it saved on my phone, but it said, it was like, you know, it's the age of from 12 to 14 that children go through or something. And then the guy was like, he said, what is the age of consent? And it comes back to Trebek, and he's like, no. Puberty.
No.
Oh, dude. The way he looked at him. I've got the clip. I'll show it to you guys later. I don't even know if it's real, but he asked the question. The question was real.
Yeah.
But hilarious. But I was always a big fan of Craig Ferguson's show, late night show. I think he's hilarious. Like, and the last time I listened to him on a podcast, like now he used to be afraid of flying.
Yeah.
And someone told him like, what you need to do is get your pilot license. So he flies a lot now. Like he's a pilot.
Wow.
And he's into flying, like he's a little plane around, you know. But I don't know if he wants to take on a job like that because you're shooting like 5 episodes a day. You're doing a lot of work. But hey, he would be great.
Yeah,
it'd be hilarious.
That's the best pick I've heard.
Yeah.
So
he did one game show here a while back, but it went under. It was on that game show channel. It was just a dumb game show, like
right.
Wasn't him. What if they bring in because you know Chris Hardwick still does that game show with the balls. Could Hardwick do it? Daily Double.
Who's called the fuck that?
I've watched so many episodes of Jeopardy that I know when he goes, answer there. I'm like, that's a Daily Double. Because you can tell by the way he paused. Yeah. You can always tell when the Daily Double's coming.
I mean, you know.
But yeah, man, rest in peace, Trebek. That's a bummer.
Yeah, it is, man. He is 58 years old, Craig Ferguson is. I could
just see him doing it, man, and it being...
Yeah.
You know, I know, like, we can't... You know, Steve Harvey's doing enough.
Yeah.
You bring him over, and when people do those stupid, they give you a dumb answer. He's over there laughing, looking at the camera. He's
Yeah.
great on the what is it, Family Feud?
Yeah.
He's great on there. Like, all right, dude, leave some meat for somebody else. Like,
come on. Come on.
But I do like watching those compilations of Family Feud.
He's
We should
Man,
start a
he's work-
petition. Dude, I know some
Okay.
people would sign that, dude.
Yeah.
Greg Ferguson for Jeopardy.
He released a special in 2011.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, I have too. He did another one in 2015. I haven't seen that one.
I was kind of bummed out because I used to watch his show.
It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah, dude.
He's a good interviewer.
Yeah. And I always like when they would sit down, he would just rip the cards,
Yeah.
throw them. Like,
He's like, all right.
yeah, let's get into it.
Yeah. Your name is. All right. I'm ready for trailers, man.
Yeah.
I was born for it. Molded by it.
You think he would have Jeffrey? Oh, Jeff.
Jeff.
Robot?
Yeah.
Daily Double, Craig.
I mean,
I don't think they let him bring Jeff.
but that would be a great throwback.
The reason I dropped this trailer in here, this is another A24 film, and this is the guys that did Uncut Gems. They wrote, directed this movie.
The Safdie brothers or Softy. I don't know.
But I haven't watched it. But it's got your boy in it, dude. He spilled your beans.
Willem Dafoe?
Pattinson. Shouldn't have spilled your beans. Let's see if he spills his beans.
I hope so. This came out in 2017.
I've never heard of it.
No. Josh and Benny Safdie.
That's right.
Softy. Sounds like I'm saying softy.
Yeah.
Safdie. I don't know.
Are y'all ready?
Subscribe. I am.
Ready to try for a good time?
Yeah, man.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, I'm acting his ass off, dude.
Oh, I've seen this.
Have you?
Yeah, I've seen this.
Is it good?
This is good.
Okay.
Yeah, like his brother's
Gets
like
locked up.
special
And he's trying to
needs.
get him out.
Yeah.
This may have been what got him the lighthouse, dude.
Yeah.
Looks serious as fuck.
Oh, absolutely.
What an interesting song choice.
Right?
Yeah, I think this was one of the myriad quarantine movies me and Deidre watched.
What a trailer.
Oh yeah, but I mean it hits a lot of those beats like that you've seen before, like the mom's a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
He's got
He's pretty much raising his brother.
He's the misunderstood. He's doing shady shit, but like the audience knows that it's going towards
He's
the
doing
right
it for a
thing.
good thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I saw
still
that
good,
trailer and I was like, I want to check that out.
He plays Haggard the whole fucking movie. Like he looks rough most of the movie.
I'm DTW. You know what
We'll
I'm
have to
saying?
put that on sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth a gander.
This next trailer I dropped because I didn't watch the trailer, and this is a fucking crazy clown time.
Oh, it's Lynch?
I think is it Fincher? One of the
I
comments says, "I'm eating everything
Fincher.
David Fincher serves me."
Which
somebody posted online that it was David Lynch. I don't know.
I mean,
I was wrong.
Fincher still knows how to make a hell of a movie though, so it's not a terrible shift.
David Fincher directed it. Jack Fincher wrote the screenplay. I'm guessing that's his brother.
It might be him. He just
like a Nolan mashup, you know, like him and his brother Jonathan.
I don't think Jonathan exists.
Dude,
I think Nolan does that so he can get more money.
Jack Fincher was an American screenwriter. He died in 2003. So this is that's his dad.
No shit.
He's directing his children, David Fincher.
Whoa. Okay. All right. This is going to be on Netflix December the 4th.
Okay.
And it's got Gary Oldman.
Oh no.
Oh man.
Maybe I am, and maybe I'm not.
I'm already sold. If it's got the Drex in it, we're good.
All right, y'all ready?
Oh yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. That was Orson Welles' real voice.
Digging the cinematography.
Oh yeah. Oh, dude, this is gonna be good.
Oh, straight period piece, man.
This guy like grabs his dick in a minute, I think. I think I remember this. I wonder if his dad kind of based this on himself.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like David Fincher. Right here. Yeah. What's that about? Over there manking off. Low and slow, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel like this movie is going to be bizarre just in its dialogue.
Yeah. It says 1930s Hollywood is reevaluated through the eyes of scathing wit and alcoholic screenwriter Herman J. Mankiewicz as he races to finish Citizen Kane.
Oh, so it's like a biopic on the making of it.
Yeah, more or less. I mean, you know, I like me a good biopic.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this
can't keep a straight face with that shit.
I mean, now it's just worked its way
it's
into my vocabulary.
It's now part of the Griffin lexicon.
Yeah, because I'll be at work and I'll be like, I watched this biopic the other day, and they're like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
You're like, man, I gotta back it up. They're not in on it. You're like, you just keep going with the flow. You're like a fucking biopic, man.
Yeah, that's what it's called now, bitch.
Oh, look who it is.
Yeah, this is a comedy. It's got James Corden in it and
Dressed up like
Melissa.
a cat.
I kind of hope so, but I'm ready.
Same.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Super intelligence.
I'm probably gonna watch it whether I'm wanting to or not. This is
Her movies are usually funny. She was funny in that Muppet movie. Y'all saw that, right?
I haven't.
It's funny, dude.
Oh yeah. Oh, the Happy Time Murders.
Yeah.
That shit was
Hilarious.
hilarious.
That's definitely James Corden. Look. All right. Can I just get a regular chair?
All right.
Pressure.
Oh, it's him.
Yeah, the dude from Boardwalk. Hmm. That black dude's on Atlanta. Trying to remember where I saw it. He's from Beep. That's her husband. Hmm.
I mean, it looks all right, I guess, if you're into that kind of thing. Next up, we got Wild Mountain. It's got Emily Blunt in it. And the first comment says, "What the fuck are these accents? Because they certainly aren't Irish."
I'm excited now.
Voice coach provided by the Simpsons Leprechaun.
Wild Mountain Time.
Thyme?
A Wild Mountain Time.
Oh, time, man, like the herb.
All right, y'all ready?
I'm ready, yeah.
3, 2, 1.
God. I'm waiting for the
Not Ham's in
I'm
it.
waiting for the I'm waiting for
Oh.
the dude playing the fucking banjo with the foot bass drum. The pum, 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 pum.
Dude, Christopher Walken, is he going to do an Irish accent? He is. Nice.
Went down the caucus.
He definitely looks Irish.
Yeah.
I like how he goes in and out of the accent.
Oh,
We're all sitting here watching this, quiet as fuck. Like,
we're invested, dude.
yeah.
Well, now we don't have to watch the
I
movie.
feel like I've seen it all.
Yeah,
He's definitely gonna end up with him.
Yeah.
John Hamm coming in with his city balls.
With his city ball and his fucking 13-inch cock, you know?
Coming in here with your city balls.
And it's always that cliche. You should come with me to New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
You would
Christopher
like it.
Walken's like, the farm.
Yeah. I sense a great distance.
There's a distance between us.
A great war between your country and mine.
Our B-Dubs is back.
Yeah.
B-dubs.
And Breach. Sci-fi.
I bet he's gonna save his little girl.
All right, in this trailer, we're gonna get that scene where he like turns his head and looks at the camera and does that look.
Smirks.
Yeah.
Little smirk.
He's gonna go. I'm gonna save my baby
Yeah.
girl. I'm calling it right now.
All right, let's do
He
it.
says it in every movie, dude.
All right, here we go.
I'm gonna
3,
get my baby girl back.
3, 2, 1, play. Rated R.
Bloody violence. Bloody hell.
He's already smirking.
That was the look,
Yeah.
dude.
It's the bomb. Looks a little low budget, man. Just a little. Oh shit. This looks like a sci-fi, like TV movie.
Yeah, I know.
Even when they shoot the guns, dude, the flash coming off is like After Effects. How the mighty have fallen. I've seen fake trailers on YouTube look better than this. Who wants barbecue?
Dude, we've got to watch
B.
this.
Willis, man. We got to put that on the same month that we do the Jackie Chan Arnold movie.
Yes, for sure. The B movie fucking.
I say the same month. Is it The Story of Ricky? Trev? We
Which
throw
one?
that in there. The Story of Ricky. You know what I'm talking about? That
We-
crazy
yeah, we-
ass.
oh yeah, we could do that.
Griffin, I don't think he's ever seen that.
Never. Never.
And
ever.
I'm gonna envy your first watch of it, because
If we're doing
What it
Silly
was-
Goose B movie night, that's
Dude, I'm ready for the next one. The Ride. It's got fucking Ludacris in it, dude.
Luda.
You already know.
Right here it says Ludacris still looking like he's 30. Son looking like he's 35. All right, 3,
Whoa.
2, 1, play.
Soft piano with a overdub.
Oh, what's going here? Ruh-roh. Dude, he's like an adult.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. He's like Ray Donovan. He's a fixer. Yeah, a bicycle, bitch. Look, he's trying to ride it. Like, if you fall down, you get back up again. This movie wasn't made for me. He's gonna bust his ass in that scene. Oh, he's like, stand up, boy. Got his belt in his hand.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, but Ludacris be acting his ass off, though,
Yeah.
right?
Like, come here, boy.
Yeah. I'm gonna treat you like I was treated.
He ain't like, get back, motherfucker. You don't know me like that. He's like, well, you make a lot of money. You must be a rapper or something. Like, bitch, you don't know who Ludacris is? I came, I saw. Hit him man in the jaw.
Dune Drifter. Sci-fi. I'm excited about this one, guys.
All right, y'all ready?
Oh yeah.
Hope it's a racing movie.
All right. And they're racing through the dunes.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, play. Is there any sound? Oh, okay. I played this game on PlayStation 2.
You thought they wiped us out.
You thought it was over after Dude Drifter 1.
Doom Drifter 2, the e-brake is still on.
Dunes.
You copy.
Ooh.
No food, no water? What
Oh,
is
dude,
that?
they got the dunes.
They're on there with the Doom Drifter. They're gonna be okay.
Bitch, turn that flashlight off. Oh. It's an alien, isn't it?
Isn't it though?
It's up to something.
I mean, it looks worth checking out, you know.
It sadly looks like one of those movies where 30 minutes in, you're gonna get a feel for how that whole movie is gonna play out.
Yeah. Those are my favorite kind. You don't have to watch the rest of it.
Next film.
Yeah.
All right, Motherly.
Horror. Of course, we had to drop a horror trailer in here.
Aren't y'all ready?
I think this is the sequel to Mother.
Oh. There's a sequel?
It's just
He
the
finds
same
another
movie.
mother?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Well, you know, every time she wakes up, it's a different woman.
Yeah.
So it's just the same events play out. It's just a different woman.
Maybe he doesn't have that really fragile gem sitting on the edge of a fucking shelf this time.
That's his heart, dude. That's the apple in the Garden of Eden.
That's his Genesis
Yeah.
metaphor.
That's his uncut gem.
Shit, that gem wasn't cut at all. It had fucking the rest of the rock.
Yeah, I was
for it.
like, can we get the rock off the gem?
An
Yeah.
entire crew of miners
said-
died trying to get it out.
Said that shit's so old you could see the universe in it.
Yeah. He said,
He was
look
looking
into
in. He's
it,
like, I gotta have this, man. It did something to me.
It goes full Family Guy, and you look into it, and all you see is the vortex with da 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 down 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 da da da.
he said it's from these Ethiopian Jews. But I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh shit!
What?
Do you? My husband was a Kellogg's manager.
What if she's like crazy? Oh no, there's somebody there.
Daddy's home.
What is going on?
Isolated stalker movie.
He's like, why didn't you accept my friend request?
You weren't being a very good mom.
I mean, you know, some trailers give too much away, and then some trailers don't show you anything.
This movie was pretty clear. Oh, fucking fur coat was going after.
I think that was in her head, dude.
Yeah, that's what at the beginning. It's like all like she's going crazy.
Yeah. The only way we can find out is
I don't
know.
want to know that bad. I'll read it online.
Come on, dude.
This is the Russo
Griffin
brothers.
had the fucking Word document up or the Excel document up. Like, we're about to fucking put Mosley on this.
When I was looking at movie news earlier, this is a Russo brothers film,
Mosul.
and it's a what you call it? They're
war movie?
it's a SWAT team
Foreign.
fighting off the ISIS.
Oh, shit. Is it going to be like Raid Redemption?
Could it be like Zulu?
Seashells by the seashore. All right, 3, 2, 1, play. Russo brothers, man.
Hear him go. There's no stopping what's coming.
Yeah, I think these dudes they're Israeli. It's not an American SWAT team.
Damn.
Fucked up. You gonna give him the speech for Walking Dead? Shit looks cool, kid. Damn. Now that's a hand grenade.
Yeah.
The way it was shot and the scenery kind of reminds me of The Hurt Locker.
Yeah.
That was an intense movie.
So, I was talking to Adam about this the other day. I can't remember if we were on here with you or not, Griff. But with this being a war movie, I watched They Shall Not Grow Old.
No, I wasn't on here for that.
Really, really good. I recommend that going. I recommend that going on the list for sure. After watching it, I have a lot more appreciation for 1917 as well.
Right.
In terms of like how far Sam Mendes went to make it look as historically accurate and all of that. And they're like the way all this footage gets updated and colorized, it's insane. It's insane watching the footage of them firing like when they're shelling the battlefield and they're just like lobbing fucking mortars and stuff, and you see the explosions and everything, and the way they have all they fix the frame rate, it's smoother. It's like you're watching it now, like. And there's this really awesome transition where you see it as the old footage in the old ratio.
Yeah.
And then it fills up the screen, widens up. You start seeing like the stutter start to smooth out. The color comes into play, and just a great documentary. It's an hour and a half of just a bunch of old English soldiers recounting the war put to this footage. And if it had been 3 hours, I'd have been just as happy. But in the hour and a half that we get, it's great.
Fucking right, dude. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. That sounds very interesting. So, what's on the agenda for next week?
I think it's time.
Yeah. Finally, right?
I looked it up last night. It had been announced that the movie is going to get made in 2015. And then in 2016, I think they had a director change. And we've been talking about this movie since then.
Yep.
After what, 5 years now?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. And we said that the moment that it dropped, that would be the movie that we would watch. Well, guess what, guys? The fucking movie dropped after we had watched Uncut Gems already.
Yeah.
So you're getting Uncut Gems because that shit was so good. I'd have been like, maybe we should put the fucking put this movie out.
Yeah.
But New Mutants is available.
Happening.
And we're gonna watch it and we are gonna give legit criticisms of the film. This ain't no fucking Rotten Tomatoes up in here, dude. You're fucking welcome to the dirty South.
Yeah.
Okay? And we're gonna give you all the details on it.
What's the
it's either gonna be a sucker shred episode for sure. We're either gonna suck this movie off or we're gonna shred it into a million pieces.
So, speaking of Rotten Tomatoes, it's at a 34%. IMDb 5.4. Google users 75%. So that's usually what I go by. Because it's usually a little closer to.
Yeah.
Budget was between 67 to 80 million. Box office 44.4 million. So it was in the theaters August 28th. I mean, pandemic.
Yeah.
What I would consider the fuck the hater crowd or fuck the critic crowd, which I feel like we emerged from. It seems like the consensus on through that, I guess it would be the Google reviews. Is that what you just said, Adam? Was 30-something%?
No, that's.
Oh, Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, the Google is 75%. Okay.
All right. See,
we usually go by those.
Our overall consensus tends to lean in that if that's going to be where you would put our criticisms of it at. But it seems like the overall majority of people who watch it and are actually paying fucking attention to the film, they say it's an okay film. It's
this
it's
is
not
Josh Boone too,
terrible.
the guy that directs this, the guy doing the new Stan TV series.
I mean, what spoiler-free shit I've read, they say when it pops off, it pops off. It's got all the good fare that you want from a hero's story, and I don't know. I hope it's good. At this point, the delays with this film were so ridiculous that it's effectively shattered my expectations because I don't know what to expect out of this.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's probably going to be the best route. This is probably a movie now that's best served cold, you know?
Yeah. So I'm personally excited to finally get around to watching this thing, and
yeah,
I mean, this is one of those things that's kind of, how many times have we talked about this movie on the podcast?
oh man, a shitload of episodes.
I mean, when its production was in full swing, I mean, it made its way. You know, we've hopped and skipped through various articles on it for quite some time now.
Yeah. So it's finally happening, and you're gonna get a real rating and real. I mean, dude, if this movie's bad, I'm gonna shit on it. I'm just gonna be straight up. So
we'll see.
Come back next week's, because there's many weeks next week. Come back next week for the facts, people, for the cold hard truth.
Yeah, where we keep it real.